So first off, um, curing Gita of his anxiety so he can die because he was basically dead just talking in anxiety. After he had a stroke and the coronavirus, and when he was young, he had really bad polio, and his family was in poverty, and he had a big family, so they didn't get very much for how many there were from those hampers and shit. Anyway, so he starved most of his life, and he had like a bit of anorexia and then binge eating problems, and you could smell it, but he swore he wasn't puking. But anyway, you could smell that he was like, well, he's getting fucking old for his circumstances. Are you gonna throw me in prison for all the times I hit on you and you said to stop because it's not like you have a choice to fucking be here and all this stuff? I was like, no, we all don't have a choice to be here. It's the only way we're gonna make income unless we decide to change our careers, like save money somehow and go get another degree. I was like, I'm kind of here by choice. He's like, you're kind of here by choice. I'm like, well, I have all my trades. I have my driver's license. I have, but the military kind of sent me in this position to argue people from getting abused because they only have so much money a fucking month, not a shitload of money, and that tell the secret that we actually do buy everybody, our entire family, a house. I was like, we're doctors. And then basically he passed away. But anyway, so at Laura's wedding, I went to go meet her husband. I think I had met him, but I had to change my way of thinking that day. He's like, I have a fucking brain tumor and I can't help it. I hate Laura, but I love her, and this is love hate, and this is not good. And he goes and lays in the camper. Go in there and see him. He's like, so who is this man that's gonna fucking shoot me down when I get out of control? I was like, do you think it's your fault that you're out of control when you have a brain tumor? Yes, no, yes, no. I was like, well, I'm the man who's gonna shoot you down when you become too much of a problem. I was like, do you love your kids? Like, love hate at least? He's like, yeah. He's like, I want to be here, but I'm so sick I can't even fucking tell where my toes are, and then I'm almost kicking somebody. I'm like, so you have like flailing limbs. How is that your fault? I was like, you're sick, bud. And I laughed because I thought he was going to get violent that day, and that would have ruined everything. Because it would have been, you were harassing him or something, and then I wouldn't be able to get him down, and then I'd be abused. So, yeah. And then that day, he just kept coming back. Kind of like Owen did, but Owen would brush off his shit because it was just lymphoma. But cancer makes you very, like, unable to see that. Because nobody's really mean to each other in Canada. It's like, it's misconstrued by all the sick soldiers that got fumed and got cancer. Like, honestly, Jack was my only piece of a sentiment of a wholesome life, honestly, because he was really smart, right? But then he'd have a seizure and forget, start over on a different topic, and you had to stay directly on that topic. You couldn't branch off to that it was science, or else you'd get flustered, right, and go red in the face and try to grind his head off into the gravel. But he helped a lot because I had skin cancer, and now now nothing is wrong, but I have heartburn so bad that I can't really talk unless I think about it for a while, because I think of something and the acid reflux goes up and it hurts so bad I can't talk, and then wait for the acid reflux to go down and usually drinking water and milk. And then it's hard to talk. Yeah. So it was okay to be weird around him, with him, hanging out with him. Not saying anyone hated me. I don't think anyone hated me that I at least made friends with. Other people, I think they're just like amazed that I'm the writer of like lots of cool things. I was always in class typing out my version that I wrote mostly at home of a novel or something. on my spare time. I always had extra time because I'm so fucking smart. And that's why like all the East Indian families liked me and stuff. But they never would be friends because they seen my problems with marriage and how much I don't want to fall down disabled to giving birth to children, and that's their culture, um, to kind of just have tons of babies. I'm right on it, right after a cigarette. Um, yeah, Jack was my best friend, I'd say, and then all the other friends are like, no, you're my best friend because I'm actually normal. And so I guess Travis is my best friend. Last time he invited me over, I didn't go over because, again, I was dealing with being way too sick to even care. Like not being able to take a shit. And then for the past 2 years, I've been like still puking and diarrhea, and now I'm lethargic as all hell. Yeah. They give me like this bunch of medicine in the ambulance before I show up to shoot some guy who needs to die but didn't necessarily deserve to feel that fucking crazy and pent up, you know? It was sad that your husband died, and I'm sorry that he abused you and made you forget that he was there originally for good intentions. If he did even make you forget.